Hey yo, what's up you guys, and welcome back to another episode of the All on Wheel. So my name is Alan. As you guys know, today is one of the most exciting days. It's because of today I get to meet my friends after like 2 months of lockdown. Now the government has been released the lockdown. And the guys that you guys gonna meet today, he's one of the most craziest bike guys because of in 4 years he have changed 4 bike. Like all of the bike that he changed is like super cool and super nice. One of many guys' dream bike, you know. So before we getting into today's video, I want to announce that if my channel is getting to 100 subscribers, I'm gonna take my car to a claim because of I have many scratch on my cars. And also after I claim it and when my car's coming back, I'm gonna do a review on my daily driven car. And like this car have been tuned, have been changing an exhaust and like intake pipe injector already been changed. And if you guys ready, let's go into the videos. Let's go. And here we are guys, my friend have made it into my house with his craziest bike looking ever. Yeah, so let you introduce yourself first to the cameras.
So I'm Sun, my name is Sun, and this is my lovely FJ09.
Yeah, so like what year is it? Like how many cylinder and how many cc's does it have? Like on this bike?
So this bike has 847 cc, if I'm not mistaken. It's 850, you can say. It has 3 cylinders, yep, produced around 115 horsepower.
You told me right before, this bike is not stock, you know. You have been tuning it, right? Am I right?
Yep, with a remap, it might increase only around, I don't know, 4 or 5 horsepower. It's not that much, but it's improved the rideability by a lot.
Yeah, to be honest, like 4 or 5 more horsepower for bike is like nuts, you know. From 50% of throttle really, it will be like 40 or 35%, yep. Then you can really, am I right?
Yep, because it has less weight. Bike has less weight than cars, and you know, with 2 or 3 horsepower, you can notice a lot of difference.
Yeah, so, and why you don't have like the front part over here, like the windshield or whatever you guys call it? Yeah, what's happened? And like, do you bought this one for brand new or like you bought it?
So when I bought this bike doesn't have anything related to its original parts, you know. It doesn't have the original part for most of it. The tanks is not original. There's no headlight bracket. It's a custom bracket, and this headlight is not even there, you know.
So like this bike, right, is it like custom before?
I did a lot of things for this bike, and it's hard to speak about the condition when I bought this bike. I mean the subframe, if you can see here.
I'll let you guys look over here. Yeah, like this one got cut off, right? Am I right?
Yep.
Like both of this part, as you can see, is like pretty sharp over here. Yeah, so the first owner, like he made it to a cafe racer back, am I right?
His intention was to turn this bike, this ADV, into a cafe racer, which obviously I think in my opinion doesn't work, because you know the bike is not supposed to be that.
Yeah, you'll ruin your life with that bike.
Yep, you will ruin your
yeah, because of the power, comparing to the power and the weight, right? This one having more than 115 horsepower, and especially as you guys can see, this one having only 3 cylinder, and like 3 cylinder bike, the torque gonna come faster than the 4 cylinder bike, am I right?
Yep.
Yeah.
You can feel that mid-range punch, you know. That's why this bike is mostly known for a wheelie machine, you know, with the crappy rear suspension and inadequate front suspension. You know, this bike is suicide machine if you're not careful with it.
Yeah, okay, and yeah, what I have seen here, right over this corner, I think this one is not a stock like suspension, stock shock, right? This one look like an aftermarket one, am I right?
Yep, this is a CX14 shock.
Yeah, okay, so what's the difference between like the stock one? What's the feeling?
So, first of all, this bike has 40,000 kilometers, and the stock suspension haven't been re-oiled or even rebuilt. The stock suspension kind of feel like a pogo stick, you know, when you accelerate. The throttle when you are in the corner, it doesn't inspire confidence for you as a rider. So the cheapest mod that you can do for this bike is to buy a CX14 shock. I bought it from Japan, second hand market.
How much was it, by the way?
It was 2,000 baht only. Yeah, with the shipping and everything, it's around 3 or 4 Ks, and with the what do we call the custom, but I let the mechanic fabricate to fit this bike. It costs around only 500, 600. All in all, it costs around 5,000 baht. Not
Pretty
that much.
reasonable price, am I
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Yeah.
If you look for and the cheapest aftermarket suspension that in Thailand costs around 10K.
Yeah, so as you told me, this one have been running around like 40,000 kilometers. Can you show it on this clock? Yeah. So this bike has run 39,267 kilometers. And like to give you guys more of an idea, right? Like when the bike got tuned, you can see like a spot that will make you know like this bike have been tuned from this mode things right over here. Okay, I'll let Hassan like tell you about the information of this one.
So if the bike has been tuned, the default mode will be on A mode.
Yeah, right here. So like what normal bike will be like for like before it tuned?
So for the stock bike from the factory, if it hasn't been tuned, it will be here, as you can see here, in standard mode. So the difference between these three modes is just throttle response. With standard mode, you apply 50% throttle, you get 50%. With B mode, you apply 50% throttle, you get maybe 30 or 40. For A mode, it's the opposite. You apply 50% throttle, you get around maybe 70 or something. It just make you feel faster, but
in
the
terms
bike
of
is still the same.
But like so what you mean is that the horsepower didn't decrease or increase by the time you change the mode, but just only the feeling of this throttle right here, just gonna be like more faster, like more responsible. Am I right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
Okay, so how much do you got this bike for? Like how much did you brought it?
Oh, when I first saw this bike on Facebook Marketplace,
Yeah.
this bike is listed as 95,000 baht, and I was like, oh, is this legit? I mean, what kind of bike? For the second hand price, this bike costs around 200,000 baht.
Yeah.
Even with 40,000 kilometers on the clock.
To be honest, like that pretty insane price, you know.
Yep, it's like 50% deduction, and I was like, okay, there probably be something wrong with it. But the only thing that I'm rooting for is that there is no damage to the engine.
Yeah, to the crank and the engine,
to
right?
the engine. Everything else can be fixed really cheaply because most parts this bike is produced in Thailand.
Oh, okay, so like moving on to the next thing is that about the aftermarket part. What did you put it on? Like, yeah, can you give me like just only a couple of things, you know?
So, I didn't actually put a lot of aftermarket parts. But the shock is the first thing it's the first aftermarket part for me, and basically I think that's it.
Yeah, and like this all-in like shock in front. Is this one come like this from the factory, or did you change it?
Yep, the internals is not Olin's anymore. The mechanic, he said he sold that parts. Yeah, actually this bike came with a tuned exhaust and an Olin front suspension, but he sold it. He probably made a lot of money from it too,
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, but like the front part are looking insane, It's look like MT-09, but this one is a Tracer 900, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty similar. Like it's come from the same like base and the same segment, am I right?
Yep, it's the same platform. It has exactly the same frame, the same engine, and the same wheels, the same front. All the front parts is the same. Basically, it's the same. The only thing that is different is the tank.
Yeah.
Yep, the tank has a lot of screw holes to accommodate fairings.
Yeah.
Which I didn't put it. It's in painting, and the subframe is different.
Okay.
It's longer so that you can have a rear passenger.
Okay, so like the capacity of the tank, like does it take more fuel than like the MT-09, or is like the same amount?
If I'm not mistaken, I think it can take around 3 or 4 liters more than an MT-09.
Oh, that's a lot, by the way. Yeah, you can run like a couple more kilometers from that
one tank. If I remember correctly, one tank can run you around 250, 260 kilometers.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, pretty good.
It's
one.
an ADV.
Yeah, like to ride this one, like cross the province, I think would be like pretty sick, you know, like would be like pretty easy because of, you see like the hands over here, like it's not going low, it's like going high up. Yeah, like if you put like the fairing back on the bike, right? Yeah, you will not get like attacked by the wind, like not getting hit by a wind.
So the stock fairings covers most frontal areas, you know, is, you know, this part,
Yeah.
it covers this part. I think you can see it in Google, and it's obviously a big bike if I put a fairing on.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And when I test rode in the form that it's supposed to be,
Yeah.
you know, this bike 120 kilometers per hour cruising, you don't feel any wind, you know.
Oh.
If you compare it to an MT-09, you know, 120 is gonna drive your heads off the bike.
Yeah, I have tried that too, by the way. Yeah, I've
Yeah.
too many nuts thing on your old bike, by the way. Yeah.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
You nearly looped my bike.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so this is gonna be pretty much it for this videos, you know, because his bike is not completely done yet. Like he still didn't put the fairing back on, but I just want you guys to see that what it look like for a 95,000 baht bike, right? Yeah, like this bike have passed a lot of things, by the way. Like the wheels when it first come, it's not in this condition, you know, like the wheels was like bent. Am I right? This is
Yep.
bent, right?
The front wheel is bent and the back wheel is bent.
Yeah, so yeah, this one already like come a long way, you know. He have changed many things about this bike, like he have done many things to it, put like a lot of money on it as well. Yeah, and like next videos about this bike will be like a complete bike, you know, like all the fairings right here gonna be redone, re-put it in. Yeah, am I right?
Yep, I'll say that 90% of the bike will be completed because I don't have enough cash to put the back fairing, guys.
Yeah, I know, and like, yeah, but to be honest, like, even though it's not like 100%, this bike still look nice and gorgeous, you know, like because of the paint and many things look aggressive, even though this bike also are black colors. Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, this video will be pretty much it. I will see you guys on the next video, and don't forget to smash the subscribe button, and we'll see you on the next video. Peace out. See ya.